Major cities across the country are looking more like ghost towns.
Growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here,
all schools closed.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
Markets are reeling in the wake of the worst trading day in 33 years.
That coronavirus.
State of emergency due to the coronavirus, a global pandemic.
To prevent the spread of the coronavirus, COVID-19.
The U.S. now has the most cases in the world.
It was halfway through junior year, and all appeared to be going well. Until, on the news one day, a new virus was spreading its way across the world and found its way into the United States. What we thought would be a 2-week vacation from school would soon turn into the worst nightmare for nearly everyone around the globe. Masks were being enforced, travel shut down, toilet paper inventory was at an all-time low, businesses were being shut down, and Zoom calls were suddenly taking the world by storm. That 2-week hiatus turned into a month, and that month into almost a year and a half later.
Say like go out with my friends and be able to enjoy like a good time out, but without dealing with other people, like always like, you know, being on edge, maybe saying something to you. The biggest change I'd say is how people act. I think a lot of people have been on like the edge of their seat since COVID. You know, a lot of people have quarantined the whole time, stayed indoors. A lot of people's mental health, I think, is definitely been affected by this. So, I mean, I think people act definitely different with different situations, you know. You got to be sensitive to how people are now, definitely a lot more sensitive how people are, for sure. Seeing how my parents parented me, I think, like, they did a pretty good job, because with this whole situation, you know, it's my senior year. They wanted me to have a good time, but stay safe. I think, like, definitely learning from them, what they did definitely will help. And, I mean, 15, 20 years, could die then, you know. Nowadays you don't know, you could die now, but I think definitely like live your life to the fullest and enjoy every second that you get, definitely like this, because who would have thought, honestly? It's crazy. I saw something that like every, what is that, like 100 years or 100 years every century that there's been a pandemic or whatever. So whoever is going through that, good luck, stay safe, you know, be smart, you know, respect other people's opinions. You're not the only person on this planet. Yeah, the right thing, you know, stay safe. It's no joke. It's a serious thing, you know. I lost my grandpa due to COVID, so, you know, it's a serious thing, definitely, you know.
Weird. I actually saw more people spending more time outdoors, as weird as that might sound during the pandemic. But I think as people were forced to be in their houses, right, I think they really appreciated the time that they had outside. So, you know, even in my neighborhood, I saw people I'd never seen before walking their dogs, walking with their families. I was a big fan of the gym. When those closed, it kind of hit me pretty hard. You know, obviously working out, keeping you healthy, but also for the mental benefits as well. When hopefully, first of all, hopefully there's never another pandemic. I think we all realize what a, you know, true tragedy it is for the people that did lose loved ones and people that lost people in general or got sick. You know, I think some things we can take away from this is health, right? Obviously, making that a priority in your daily lives. And again, being appreciative of what you have while it's in front of you and being grateful for every day. So 15 to 20 years, I think some takeaways from this whole experience would be one, to be, you know, appreciative of what you have. You know, every day, like for some of you students, going to school, obviously you didn't have that for the whole year, so hopefully next year when we reopen full time, you'll be appreciative of every day that you can come in and learn, and have your teachers interact with you every day. I think we realized what a challenge that was with the remote learning. I also think we realized how important technology is, what we can get out of that, and how we can use it to enhance our learning as well. So those would be two of the things I think we learned as a school district and could use moving forward.
And COVID affected me and my senior year because I didn't get the cheer season that we were hoping for. I was one of the captains and we only got to participate in a few games. And a lot of things we didn't get to do, like So You Think You Could Dance, Mr. Spartan. But in the end, we did get to have a prom and we are having a graduation. So things are starting to look better. So I'm excited for going to college and things going back to normal. school experience in a lot of ways. I think the online learning was a struggle. I miss seeing all my friends in person. Football games really was sad. At least we got to go to like 2. It affected me positively because I didn't have to take the SAT, which is great because I'm a terrible test taker. And COVID sucked. I wish it didn't happen, but it is what it is. We made the best of it. High school forever.
As I sit here now, talking to my future self and kids, remember to not take any time that you had in life for granted. Had I known that my last year and a half of high school, the golden years, so to speak, probably would have done some things a lot differently. However, I did use that time to better myself in all aspects of my life, and I think that is my biggest takeaway from the pandemic as a whole. I used my increased free time developing new skills, keeping a nearly perfect GPA, working out, and just spending quality time with my friends that would soon be heading off for college. Not all of it was bad, rather just weird adjusting to a new quality of life never seen in this country before. As I begin to wrap up my senior year and begin the next chapter in my life, I leave you with a piece of advice. It may sound a little cliche, but during this time of uncertainty, I've come to realize that you need to do what makes you the most happy and not to dwell on the negatives that you can't control or that won't matter in the future. More importantly than that is to live with no regrets, because before you know it, you might be facing the newest global pandemic.